When the notorious North Sea Jazz Festival moved from The Hague to Rotterdam in 2006, the city lost one of its most beloved music festivals for jazz fans. Ruud Wijkniet, who used to work for North Sea Jazz, recognised the importance and need for such an event and decided to set up the Hague Jazz, which soon became an international phenomenon in the world of jazz. Today, I'll be meeting with Ruud, and we can look forward to what we can expect at this year's Hague Jazz Festival. I'm Paul Brown, this is West International. We all know how important it is to keep fit, but with our busy lifestyles, we also recognise it's not always easy to fit sport into the agenda. Having said that, recent research shows that expats in the region are particularly sporty. Find out more about this in our service item. Now, our expats in the Vox Pops this week play fact or fiction and take part in an interesting number game. This and much more after we've visited Nicola on her weekly culinary journey.
15 years ago, Patricia Torres met her Dutch husband in her home country of Colombia. After spending only 1 week together, Patricia had fallen head over heels in love and decided to move to the Netherlands. Now, how romantic is that? In addition to a very successful career at Shell, Patricia, a little birdie has told me, also possesses some impressive musical talents. So I think we're in for some Latin vibes at Casa del Torres today. Now, this is it, I think. Columbus Straat. How appropriate. So, Patricia, what's on the menu today?
We're going to make a Colombian soup called sancocho de gallina. We usually make this when our family comes on Sundays.
Fantastic. So should we get cooking?
No, not yet. First, we're going to begin with the tradition, which is drinking aguardiente.
Agua qué?
Aguardiente.
Sounds and looks dangerous.
It is.
Salud. So, Patricia, if you think back 15 years ago when you first arrived in the Netherlands, what were your first impressions?
Well, it was a really positive impression. However, I have to tell you that at 2 hours arriving here, I was in my first Dutch lesson.
What, on the first day you got here?
Yeah, 12:30.
Well, that's enthusiasm.
Yeah, that was my husband, very enthusiastic. So, and the second thing that I had to do was to buy a jacket. So, buying a jacket, which was too big for me because I was too tiny.
Of course, yeah.
So I thought, these people are too big. I'm never gonna get anything, you know. But I grew a little bit, you know.
Yes, I've done a bit of growing since I've been here as well, and not that way. If I were to ask you to compare Dutch culture with Colombian culture, what are the main differences?
Well, there are many, obviously, but one that is very close to my heart is the canit culture.
The canit culture?
Yeah.
And what is the canit culture?
The service level. My typical example is the salami cheese sandwich. I went to have lunch with a friend, and I saw that they had cheese, they have salami, so I asked for salami because it's my favorite. And they said, no, we cannot do it. I said, but I see it, that is in there. I said, yeah, but we have salami and cheese sandwich. I said, but you just put it together. And they say, no. But I thought, that doesn't happen in my country. I go to the kitchen, open one, put the other one, and give a salami because that person is important for my business. But don't get me wrong, I am a structured person. I like structure. So that's not the problem. The problem that I see is that because you have everything so process and structure, you lack of spontaneity. You have to have some spontaneity and change your mind sometimes, and that's what is different with the Colombian culture.
So what kind of things do you do to make yourself feel at home here in Holland?
Well, apart from cooking my own food, well, I like to go for walks on the beach. I feel on holidays, but also I sing in a salsa merengue band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. So it's my own music. It's cumbia, merengue, salsa, that kind of things.
Oh, great.
And it's in my own language also.
Hey, and are you going to sing for us a bit later on?
Yeah. A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the same. Don't worry, I won't dance. I'll just listen. Oh, wow. Looks beautiful, all the colours and everything. But haven't you forgotten something?
Yes, I promised to sing, right?
You did, and I promised not to dance.
Oh, yes.
Go on.
Okay. Cartagena, tus playas y murallas son reliquias de historia colonial. En tu playa la India Catalina revivió la leyenda del amor, ay del amor. And you ate it.
Well, if you would like to have a bit of a Latin Sunday lunch, you know what to do. Go to our website, www.westinternational.nl. I'm going to eat my fantastic soup. See you next week.
The population of the Netherlands, 17 million.
20 million?
50 million. 18 to 19.5 million.
6 million?
Below 10, I think.
7?
8 provinces.
10?
11. If my memory serves me correctly, I think 12.
Very tall. 5'11".
190.
178.
180?
About 185.
Oh.
Maybe 10 million.
25 million.
What, 16 million?
9 million bicycles in Beijing, so probably maybe the same.
About 20 million. I don't know, it looks like 20 million.
Oh, millions. they're not to count. Half of them are in the canals.
Whatever your situation and however busy your lifestyle, participating in sport can give you that extra bit of physical and mental energy that you may need. Now, facilities are everywhere to be found, but are not always as easily accessible as one might hope. Thomas Fiévez, a sport marketing student at the Haagse Hogeschool, conducted a survey for the Hague guest card to learn about the sporting needs of expats. From the 4,000 inquiries he sent, 869 returned the questionnaires, which makes a response of 21%, which is pretty good for this type of survey. Recently, he presented the results to the sports lawmaker, Sander Dekker.
The main conclusions of my survey are that expats are very sportive. It turned out that 63% of the expats are playing sport at the moment, and they play sport, especially individual sports. And the participating expats turned out that they are very happy with the sport over in The Hague, and they know that the municipality of The Hague does a lot to make the expats feel at home in The Hague. The main problem is that expats would like longer and flexible openings hours because they work hard, they have a busy life, and 6 days a week they don't have much time to play sports. Besides, there's enough information in the Netherlands, but it's not in English. So the expats don't understand, or for expats it's hard to find some good information.
In recent years, the government of The Hague has recognised the issue and started to take measures in order to improve the accessibility of sports for expats.
What we're trying to do is inform the international community in The Hague of the possibilities that The Hague offers for those who want to sport. If you look, for instance, at the website www.denhaag.com, you will see the different possibilities that The Hague offers. These websites are indeed in English, and that they are especially geared towards the international community.
The Hague has many national and international sporting events throughout the year, like City Pier City, windsurfing, beach volleyball at Scheveningen, and many others.
We had the City Pier City run in The Hague, 26,000 athletes that run through our city. That's beautiful, and I think that's an event that really fits The Hague well. But The Hague is also the only major city in the Netherlands that is at the sea. So beach sports, sea sports, the North Sea Regatta, one of the biggest sailing events in northwestern Europe, the World Tour for beach volleyball, the first time in The Hague this summer. But there's plenty to come.
At the moment, my report for my survey isn't published yet, so the expats can't see it at the moment. If they want to see the conclusion recommendations, they can check the website of the Hague Jazz Card, and that will follow soon on their website.
Yeah, fact. I think they've had it for quite a long time.
Fiction, because they're a typical Irish product.
Yes, it's true.
No, no, absolutely not.
False. They're from Turkey. Sure, fact. I think Dutch people used to eat tulip bulbs.
I'm afraid to say they are not. They are from Persia.
And I'm gonna go for fact.
Yeah, no. Fiction.
Is he the actor? He's French.
Not true. Jean-Claude Van Damme is from Belgium.
Van Damme from Netherlands. No. Yes.
I don't think so.
In a previous episode of our show, we outlined how the Church of Our Saviour brings together people from all over the world into one community. Now, Beryl Pavey, originally from Burma, met Derrick Allaway from South Africa in the International Church. Derrick moved to the Netherlands 7 years ago and has been a very active volunteer for charity in the international community. More than reason enough for Beryl to reward him in this week's surprise item.
So, Beryl, why do you want to surprise Derrick today?
Well, it's his birthday next month. It's a milestone birthday, and he's throwing a party and has said no gifts. But he has asked us to give donations to the School of Peace. Now, that's a very wonderful organization that helps and supports the mothers and children from broken homes.
That's very generous of him.
Yes, it's a very worthwhile cause, but of course that is Derrick. Very caring, very kind, very generous.
Well, shall we go surprise this most deserving man?
Oh yes, let's do that.
So which house is it?
We're here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Surprise! Are you Derrick Allaway?
I am, yes.
And I'm sure you know this person.
Beryl, you've been up to your tricks again.
Can we come in and talk for a
Yeah,
bit?
of course, come in, yeah.
So, Derrick, how do you know Beryl?
I mean, I know Beryl through the work we do in the church in terms of fundraising and the social activities, and we get on very well, and we're a very effective team.
Can you tell me more about the School of Peace?
The School of Peace is a new adventure that really is looks after small children whose parents have had problems in their lives, who have trouble in trying to look after their children. And so the School of Peace now is aiming to raise funds to be able to look after those children, educate them, and give them a sense of family and environment which they would not normally have. It also looks to being able to feed them, gives them food parcels, and takes them out on certain days of the month.
So I heard that for your upcoming birthday, that you don't want any presents, that you actually just want your friends and family to give a donation to the School of Peace.
Yeah, I just felt that at my age, you know,
you have
let's do
something.
Let's, you know, people always want to give you presents, and I'm saying, well, look, let's make a donation to. I think that there's a cause that's worthy, and let's support them.
Well, your friend Beryl knows you very well, and that you're very selfless and don't want anything for yourself. But she did let us know that your birthday is coming up. And she also said that you have a favorite food. Is it something that swims in the ocean?
Garnalen.
Sure. For the rest of us who don't speak that well yet. So since we found out that you love seafood, we have a dinner for two at Les Ombrelles. And for you and your wife, or Beryl, whomever you choose. And we hope that you have a fantastic time and a great dinner.
Thank you very much. It's very nice.
We're so thankful to have someone like you in our community.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Thank you, Derrick. I hope you guys have a lovely dinner. Thanks for all your hard work as well, fundraising. See?
Thanks, bye.
Bye. If you have a friend or a colleague or someone who really deserves it in your community, let us know by phoning or checking our website at www.westinternational.nl. And maybe I'll be ringing your doorbell real soon. See you next week.
Fact. Yeah, I'm quite sure.
I'm not really sure, but I know that a good part of the Netherlands lies under the sea level.
Well, that is indeed right. The Dutch made the country, as you know, and now they have to defend it to the waters.
Yeah, fact.
It's not. Holland is one of the province of the Netherlands.
Netherlands. No.
Holland is a province, for example, South Holland. The Netherlands is the official name for the Netherlands.
Doesn't sound like Dutch, but maybe it is.
He's from the Netherlands.
From German. Bernard? No. Bernard.
Yeah, fact. Yeah, Netherlands has a very good conservatorium and orchestra.
Ruud, thanks very, very much for being on our show today. If I can start by, there was an article that I read about a little bit about the history of the Hague Jazz, and you're quoted as saying it started as a dream. Yeah, so how did it start? Tell me about the history.
Well, it starts in 2006. The North Sea Jazz Festival has moved to Rotterdam, and then, you know, everybody was talking in The Hague about what's happening.
Yeah.
The North Sea is going to Rotterdam. It belongs to the people of The Hague.
Yeah.
And then it moved over to another city.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of confusion and there was a lot of discussion.
Right.
And then finally I said, okay, I try. And in 2006 it started with 5 stages.
What would you say makes your festival stand out from the crowd?
It's very colorful, warm. We have a lot of attention for new talent. Accessible, not too crowdy. And it is a human, people's festival. And you can reach every venue, every stage you want to see.
Okay, so The Hague is obviously a very international city in its flavour and what's here. How international would you say your festival is, both in terms of the artists, but also the people who come to the festival?
Very international, because most of the artists are from the United States, England, Germany, Austria, Spain, Algeria, from all over the world. But also, of course, the audience. Right. Last year we had the first Americans. We already had Denmark, Germany, Belgium and England.
Nice job, crew, thank you. Wonderful audience, thank you so much. Fantastic. Thanks for staying with it.
You know, I think it's really well received in many areas, because I read something about 2 American jazz labels, Telarc and Heads Up, that quoted your festival as one of the most important jazz festivals in the world, which must make you really proud and surprised, I think.
In the first place, surprised.
Yeah.
But also very proud, because it has... It never been before that a young festival as the Hague Jazz was noticed in New York and in England, and all the other jazz festivals are talking about the Hague Jazz. Yeah, I'm very surprised and very proud.
Okay, so in one area that you mentioned that your festival being different is that you give young artists the opportunity to perform in front of a wide audience. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
30% of our program is new, unknown, but quality.
Okay.
The new youngsters.
Right.
We like to give them an opportunity to show them, to express them to our audience. Very important. And in 30%, it's 3-4 stages every evening.
how important would you say that jazz is in your life?
Well, jazz is my life. It's a whole year organization. My first album was Nina Simone, Ne me quitte pas, and I was 8 years old.
Wow.
I was 18 to start with the North Sea, and it never stops, so it's very important.
Where I'm struggling is trying to visualize an 8-year-old getting into jazz. Surely it's an older person's type of music, isn't it?
If you go out here in The Hague and you walk here in the cafes and the restaurants, the first type of music you hear is the new jazz dance, is the loungy jazz.
True, actually, okay, good point.
It's for young people.
Good point.
And all those kind of jazz styles we have on the festival.
And I think what you're highlighting there is that jazz is a very broad type of music. It's not just smoky bars with a guy on a guitar, you know, that sort of image that I have in my mind when I think of jazz. It's much wider than that.
Yes. If you check the program for this year, you see that we have flamenco. We have Dutch rhythm and blues.
Right.
We have tap dance.
Right.
We have pop. The new vibe hype in Holland is Kiteman, Kiteman hip hop.
Okay.
We have them. Is it jazz?
Well, hang on. Don't tell me too much about the artists, because what we're going to do is we're going to come back in a second. What we'll do first of all is go over to the cultural agenda to see what else is on this week. And when we come back, Ruud and I will be discussing and highlighting some of the artists you'll be able to see at the Hague Jazz this year. Point Blank is a visual theatre performance in which the narrative is constructed by using paparazzi-style photographs of real-life situations. The 19-year-old protagonist, Nada, states in her introduction that she has been secretly observing people for years. This certainly promises to be an interesting performance. A Bollywood atmosphere will infect Theatre and Hetspal during the Hindu Film Festival weekend. Besides film, there will be music, song and dance performances relating to the Indian movie industry. If you're someone who enjoys a relaxing stroll in the cool night air, why not go for a walk in Zoetermeer? In the last weekend of May, walkers from all over the Hague will take part in a pleasant journey by foot through the streets of Zoetermeer. The Remax Zuiderpark Open is a fundraiser golf tournament for company teams to raise money for charity. An 18-hole par 71 golf course is being laid down especially for the event, and so-called 60% balls are used for safety. There'll even be a driving range on water where biodegradable golf balls will be used. For more information about these and other events, visit our website, www.westinternational.nl. So Ruud, nearly the end of the show. Let's give our viewers a quick run-through of the type of artists we can expect to see this year.
Okay. Top of the Jazz, Dave Holland, Didi Bridgewater, Dizzy Gillespie All-Stars met James Moody, Slide Hampton, very special, Hank Jones, 92 years old, with the Metropole Orchestra.
Wow.
Brand New Heavies, our own Treintje Oosterhuis. And of course, Morris Day in the Time, the funk associates from Prince. So there are many artists, about 125 bands. Both evenings.
Fantastic, excellent. Well, plenty to see on the 22nd and 23rd of May. Thanks again, Ruud, for your time. I'll certainly be buying a ticket or hopefully getting a free one from my friend over here. I'll see you next week on West International. You are what you watch.